Kelly Price is a prime example of your gifts will make room for you, but when you lack character, you will shut those doors that your gifts just made room for.
People don't come to see what I look like. They come to see or hear what I sound like. I'm looking at you nasty hoes, and I said what I said. You with your degrees and all of that. I'm looking at you stupid hoes online talking about other black women that have never done anything to you. And you are disgusting. I don't understand how you, as a queen who is educated, and you want to be somebody's role model, and these are the things that you do.
Okay, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this Kelly Price situation. I know y'all probably have seen it all over the internet. So now I need to make a disclaimer before I start. Don't come in my comment section somehow you should have bleeped out the curse words. You've said worse and probably heard worse, okay? Now, it takes a long time to make these videos, and a lot of times I don't have time to be bleeping out stuff, okay? I'm tired and I'm new to this. Have you seen my subscribers? I just started. Give me a second. Give me a minute to be able to get all of that technical stuff together. Now, let's go ahead and talk about what the young lady said. She mentioned Proverbs 18:16, I believe. And it says that your gift will make room for you. I think that Solomon was talking about this. And she's right. She has a great point. Your gift will make room for you. But if your character, your attitude is bad, the doors that open can easily be shut or they can never open. So I do happen to agree with her. But I don't know if that's really Kelly Price's situation. So when she used that scripture, I don't know. I kind of feel like she was coming down on Kelly Price. But you know what? I'm going to let y'all decide what y'all think, and then I'll give my take on it as well. And while we're watching the video, make sure that y'all like it, because the algorithm is going to push it out so that other people can watch it. Especially if you leave a comment. If you can comment, you can click the like button. All right, let's finish watching what Kelly Price had to say.
And if the best that you can do to try to come against me is to talk about the way my stomach looks in my outfit, is to talk about how big my feet look in my shoes, is to talk about how unstylish you think I am. He would walk through the door and I wouldn't say hi. I would walk through the door and say bye.
So y'all okay with people being bullied on the internet? Y'all cool with that? Because what it sounds like to me is the people who are making videos talking about Kelly Price, they're okay with her being bullied. And I get it. She said some things that probably stung. I don't understand how you would be able to relate to that. Or I should say, I don't understand how those people would be able to relate to what she's saying. She said DEI hires. I get it. Now, as far as I know, I ain't never filled out a piece of W-2, 1099, any kind of paperwork, and it had stamped DEI. So how would I know if I'm a DEI hire? How would I know that? And the last couple of jobs I had, it was referred. You know that saying? They say you got to know somebody to get your foot in the door. That's how my stuff took place. It had nothing to do with DEI. So I can't relate. I just can't relate. So I don't know why people are so offended by her saying DEI hire. I also don't understand why they're so offended because she's talking to black women. Black women and black men were the ones in her comment section. Who else would she be talking to? That's her audience. And y'all mad because she upset that people were bullying her? y'all cannot be serious. I was like, what? So she didn't stand up for herself the way y'all felt like she should have done. But she's being bullied on the internet. And y'all mad because she said, y'all... And even in that 45-minute video, she tried to, let the spirit lead her. But baby, that flesh kept coming in. That flesh was working. I told y'all when that flesh get to working and somebody make you mad, it's hard to, you be, And she was trying. I swear she was trying. I'm going to prove my point right now. Just listen.
I don't need to disrespect you. I don't need to disrespect you. What I'm encouraging you to do is unfollow me. Do yourself a favor and unfollow me, because you are putting yourself in a very dangerous position by attacking me and dragging me on social media when I've done nothing to anyone. Period. God takes care of me, and he also takes care of my enemies.
Didn't I tell y'all Kelly was trying to let the spirit lead her? I saw points in the video that was 45 minutes where this woman went to cussing. She went to talking about the Lord. She went to cussing. She went to talking about the Lord. Now, a lot of us, maybe all of us, some of y'all just don't want to admit it, have not been delivered from everything, okay? We're going to be honest here. Now, don't go start pointing fingers, all right? And because God gonna tell you, those without sin gonna cast the first stone. And we know that can't nobody cast no stones at anybody on here, okay? She was definitely trying. And this is clearly a piece of her that she has to deal with. And she said it in the video. The Lord working on her. She say she ain't there yet. She ain't there yet. Clearly we can see that. She's not there yet. And folks was dragging her because she ain't there yet. Really? She upset because she being bullied. Some of y'all be doing worse than that. It ain't nobody done nothing to you. And you be going off and doing crazy stuff. You know what? What we should have done. All the believers who was in the comment section and all the believers who are making videos about her, point the finger, because I know sometimes we do that. And you know what? And I ain't going to be harsh on nobody.
Y'all got so much to say. Right? But your life not together. You're not happy. You're insecure. You feel ugly. You're in an abusive relationship while judging others' relationship. You want to talk about Kelly Price being comfortable in her shoes and comfortable in her skin because you're not comfortable in your skin.
I told y'all I ain't here to point no fingers, but I understand where Clarissa is coming from. She's a boxer. She dates papoose, and she's been drugged by black women too. She's been told that Remy Ma looks better than her, dressed better than her, and all of these things just because she dates Remy Ma's ex or current husband, who both of them have decided to separate, go their separate ways, and date other people. So I know why she's pissed off. It's not because people are talking about her fave, Kelly Price. It's because she can relate to what Kelly Price is going through. There's a song that came to mind. This lady that used to babysit me when I was a little girl, she went to church with us. And she would get up in the choir. You know how they had the whole choir and the one person would come to the front. And she be ready. Now, she was really soft-spoken, but when she sang, baby, that deep came out. You know, she was singing for the Lord. And she would be talking about some pray on my child. Baby, that beat get to going. She say, you could talk about me just as much as you please. And then the choir be like, pray on, pray on. But the more you talk, I'm gonna bend my knees. And the choir go, pray on my child. I got a home on high. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Baby, I said that's what we should have done for Kelly. Kelly Price, we sorry. I'm going to apologize for all of the black women who came and was talking crazy. And here's one of them right here.
Pants that's too tight, a Gucci belt, and shoes that looks 3 times the size of your feet. You looked a hot mess. Point blank period. Like, when you put yourself in the limelight, you're going to have to expect criticism. And to put on that ferocious outfit, because people were saying, hey, that outfit was ferocious. It didn't compliment your body. It didn't compliment your persona. To call black women DEI hires, you truly lost your mind.
Now, y'all see what she's talking about? So this person who does not know Kelly Price finds that Kelly Price said something about DEI hires, decides to then go make a video talking about Kelly Price, and then gonna say, well, they said you look ferocious. No, that's what you feel because you're repeating it. Not to mention all the stuff you said before that. So you feel like everybody else feels. And you decide to make a video about how she looks. Okay. And then your excuse for saying that is because she's talking about DEI hires. I go back to what I said earlier. How do you know that you're the DEI hire? The other thing is, let me put it to you real simple. Y'all ever been in an argument with somebody? I'm sure that you have. Many of us have been in an argument with somebody. Have you ever had a point where you and that person were in an argument so bad that there happened to be name calling? It don't mean that it had to happen now, because I know a lot of y'all is saved, sanctified if you're with the Holy Ghost. I'm talking about for people who it could have happened to now, before they got saved, why they saved, don't even matter. But it got to the point where you all were calling each other names. That's what Kelly Price was doing. Those people in the comments section were calling her names and talking crazy. And she decided to do the same thing to them. She wasn't talking to everybody. You're not the person that she's calling a DEI hire. Even if it were true. If it don't apply, let it fly. But we have a hard time doing that. And so now you got a young lady who wants to say she was ranting.
I just watched the rant that she had.
I am not excusing Kelly Price for the way she handles stuff. I need to say that and I probably should have said it earlier because y'all know y'all be hitting what you want to hear. Hear me out. I am not excusing her for handling it the way that she did. But I am giving her grace because there have been points in my life where I did not always handle things the correct way. And there may be still some points. I don't know. It depends on how I feel that day. Some might be going wrong. My whole world might be crumbling in front of my very eyes. And I might not do a good job at handling a situation. But I pray that I do.
You can say what you want to about Beyonce. You do not see her in podcasts going back and forth defending her husband. You don't see her going back and forth on tabloids, talk this, talk that. Beyonce stays hidden, and the only time we see her is when she's making money and working.
And now you want to compare her to Beyonce? Okay, let me get something straight, especially with my believers, just with people in general. But y'all know I be talking to the believers because we here. Okay, we here. Beyonce is her own person. And the way Beyonce handles things is not the way the world handles things. We all handle things differently. To compare her to what Beyonce would have done, and this is Beyonce's internet, can y'all please stop the idolizing? Yep, I said it, I keep on saying it. 1, Beyonce don't have to handle nothing because she had the beehive for the longest who was taking care of things for her. 2, last I checked, Miss Tina Knowles be on here, baby, whipping people into shape. Your baboons and your clowns. She would get on here in a minute and start on that keyboard and get to typing in them comment sections. So she got her mama to help her. And 3, Beyonce does respond some of the time. She just does it differently. Remember that song, Y'all Haters Corny with that Illuminati mess, right? I like my baby hair with something in the afros when y'all was talking about her baby. She responds. Her response has just been different. And I can't say why Kelly Price responded this way. I believe that the bullying, the picking on her because she's always been a heavier woman has happened for a long time. She probably was heavier as a kid. Can you imagine how people bullied her? I don't even have to imagine because I've been bullied as a child myself for years. I'm talking about from 4th grade to sophomore year of high school. Non-stop. And I can tell you right now why it did not start sooner. Before my mother moved us into this particular neighborhood where there were predominantly black children, we stayed in a neighborhood where there were Puerto Rican kids. And we went to a school with Puerto Ricans, blacks, whites. And so I never was bullied. I was bullied by people who looked like me. From 4th grade to sophomore year, I had to change schools because it was not getting any better. It was about how deep my voice was, how I looked, what we wore. Because my mother didn't dress us up in all of these starter jackets and things. Y'all remember the pullover starter jackets? Yeah, that was my era. She didn't dress us like that. My mother went to Marshall Fields. Y'all remember Marshall Fields? Yeah, I'm bringing y'all back down memory lane. I stumbled on this photograph. Okay, I'm back. My point is that we bully each other. And it's been happening. And nothing has changed. And so I don't have to imagine what it looks like. One of the things that I've realized about myself, and I believe that Kelly Price has realized about herself, is that is a piece of her that she's working on because she does not know how to properly always respond to it. Now, I haven't seen her respond to stuff lately. I don't think I've ever seen her respond ever in this way. But when you are so used to being attacked and bullied, you're not going to always get a super sweet response. And I'm not saying that people don't talk about Beyonce. I've seen people drag her, talk about her baby and all of that. But maybe, just maybe, Beyonce hasn't had to deal with this all of her life because Beyonce definitely was a pretty little girl with nice, long, sandy brown hair. And she's a beautiful woman, just like myself. So there are a lot of things that Beyonce did not have to deal with that maybe a Kelly Price had to. There is no comparison. And you can't tell someone how to handle a situation. What we can do as believers,
the best way to address haters is just let them hate.
We control our flesh and we don't always master it. But my prayer is that we get it right. That's my prayer. And so if you have an issue with some things that you cannot control, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'll pray for you. And I'm sure that other people will pray for you too. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this video, because that's what I'm here for.